parkour?
Parkour, in my eyes, is moving from A to B in the best way, the fastest way, and the most fluent way, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, basically any obstacles there are, instead of going like the long way around, you go the quickest way. If it means over, under, through, whichever way possible. So parkour is, in my eyes, is going from A to B, quickest way possible, and using the best routes basically.
When I was about 11 years old, I saw an advert on TV which was David Bow running across the rooftops. I looked at it and I thought, there's got to be camera tricks, but it wasn't. I only actually really took action about a couple of years later when I saw a documentary on it on BBC called Jump Britain, and then from then on I've been doing parkour, and it's now been 3 years.
When and where did parkour start, and who founded it?
Parkour first started about 20 years ago in the suburbs of Paris in France. Some kids, namely David Bow, started up the sport just as fun. It was only years later that they actually called it a sport, and now it's recognised all around the world. They built groups and eventually went into movies, and it got into the media. As soon as the media got hold of it, we got hold of it.
How popular do you think parkour is, global-wise?
Parkour's massive now. Parkour is, I'm not being funny, it's the next best thing really. Everyone's heard of it now really. It's not, a couple of years ago it was quite quiet, it's quite urban, underground sort of thing. Now it's a lot more popular and there's a lot more people doing it.
I'm 20 and I'm from Basingstoke.
So how did you actually get into parkour then?
To be honest, the way that I started is with a couple of my friends, my brother. We went down to the local sandpit, like long jump pit in school, and we used to just mess around there, doing flips onto our back, just mess around, copying Jackie Chan basically. And just ever since then, we carried on getting better, landing on our feet. Went to like wood chippings, you know what I mean? It was all just fun, to be honest. It wasn't really a discipline. And then after watching Jump London and the David Bow advert, we just saw that and thought, well, that's what I want to do. So ever since then, we just took it up as a hobby, as a discipline, and just kept training from then. Just been doing it for about 6 years now, and as you've seen on like videos and the documentaries, there's endless of things that you can do. So it's pretty good.
That's cool. How long ago did you actually get into parkour?
Actually got into parkour probably about, I'd say, 5 years ago, but actually starting like when you're younger, as you guys know, I probably started when I was a little kid, you know what I mean? I used to jump off my school roof when I was probably about 10, but I actually started the parkour, the free running, the flips and that probably about 6 years ago, so when I was about 15, 16. So yeah, I'd say about 5-6 years, that's how long I've been doing it.
Could you explain the difference between parkour and free running, like kicking, tricking,
okay, yeah, there is a bit of conflict. Yeah, you can, like, if you say, oh, I do parkour, and then you put flips in your videos, some people don't agree with that. So basically, I mean, the way I've always seen it is parkour is getting from A to B in the most fluent, the quickest way possible, getting over any obstacle in your path. And then free running is basically, it's very similar to parkour, but it's more freely movement. You can basically say there's a wall and there's a gap. Why jump it when you can flip it? That's the way I always see. You know, why limit yourself to, oh, let's jump this gap when actually, hold on, let me push myself and somersault it. So, to be honest, I mean, that's what I personally think the difference are. Is one is getting from A to B the quickest way possible. The second way, really, you can train in whatever you want, but there's obviously better trainers, better clothing. I mean, if you've got, for instance, a top and it's really tight, like a suit, for instance, not that you do it in a suit, but it's very restricting on your arms. So if you're going to do cat leaps or climbing, it's not suitable. Trainer-wise, you don't want big heels, you don't want stuff like this big. Just general running trainers. We go to a place called Decathlon and use these ones called Kalenji's, £10. I mean, it's amazing what you can do. I mean, people are going around buying, you know, £80, £100 trainers, thinking, yeah, just because they cost that much, they'll be the best, but it's not. Trousers, anything loose, anything not restricting. Again, we go Primark, get some £2.50 stretchy trousers. I mean, to be honest, anything that you feel comfortable in, to be honest, as long as you can move around and you're not restricted, that's perfect.
Oh, thanks.
That's all right. Oh, bloody knees, man.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know. But no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist.
This is 20% skill, 80% beer, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard he f***ing with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a f***ing nihilist porcupine. He's the type women wanna be within. Rappers hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, his is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat.
He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best, dedicated to what they do and give 100%.
Forget Mike, nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time, because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks in a rhyme. And those other fellas he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, without even trying. How do they do it? This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100%